NFC East.
This is a tough one.
Yeah.
How about nobody?
Yeah, right. Can I say nobody? Is that in there? Yeah, this is a tough one because when I look at the Cowboys, most talented team on paper, but you cough up a game at home on Thanksgiving to the Buffalo Bills, a game that they should have won. And then I liked what you said, Skip, on Friday, because I really also believe that Philly would win out because they have the easiest remaining schedule. But, man, that defense looked really bad, especially the secondary.
Ooh, they
looked terrible. There were a couple plays where I saw in that game where guys are in position to make a play on the football. I mean, literally staring at Carson Wentz, and Goddard gets behind him, or another receiver gets behind him and catches a touchdown. And so it just, either way, I don't feel good. Eagles 0-7 when trailing in the fourth quarter, and the Cowboys, they haven't beat a winning team all season long. But something tells me that the Dallas Cowboys will still find a way to win out and get to the playoffs because they still have, again, they still got the most talented team on roster. They can always turn around and hand it to Zeke 25,
They won't want to do that,
times.
They should do that, but they want to throw it back.
Why they not
Like
doing
they
that?
did against Minnesota late. Yeah, it's great.
Like your guy
Lost the game doing that.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Turn around and hand it to Zeke.
You know what, Skip?
Hand it to Zeke for 0. Hand it to Zeke for 1. Or hand it to him for 2.
But let me ask you
It's quite a choice.
But let me ask you a question. But when Dak has 3 straight incompletions, do y'all stop throwing the ball?
I can't remember him having 3
Yeah, I
straight
can.
completions.
I can. You saw that QBR he had the other day? But that's neither here nor there.
Leads the whole league in passing yards. I don't know.
See?
Go ahead.
See? You see what you're doing there? You try to.
I'm not doing anything.
No, you don't got QBR to hang on anymore, huh?
He's third.
Yeah, he got QBR.
Well, third's pretty good.
That ain't pretty good. First is
He
good.
led the league most of the year.
Eagles. The thing, and I'm just hanging on to the Eagles because I just believe the Cowboys would do Cowboys
No, because you
thing.
bet your pride in 5 cases. That's all.
You can go either way with this question and still be wrong.
Excuse me. Cowboys are going to do Cowboys thing. I just need. Can I get the offense and the defense to show up at the same day? Because one day the offense will show up, skipping the defense like we on vacation.
Which team are you talking about?
I'm talking about the Eagles. Because the Eagles.
I thought you were talking about the Cowboys.
No. The Eagles skip. They give up 100 points to Minnesota. They lose at home to Detroit.
They did.
And I'm like, come on, man, y'all better than this.
Yeah.
And then
That's what Michael Bennett yelled at the Cowboys after the Buffalo game. You're better than this.
well, I need somebody from the Eagles locker room to yell that to say we're better than this. And it's like Wentz can play better. He just needs to be more consistent. And hopefully, Alshon will be back. I don't even know Aguilar. I don't know. You saw him out there on the Hail Mary. They put him out there so to knock it down so he can knock it in Alshon's hand. That's why he was going, because they know he wasn't going to jump up and catch it.
He is not going to criticize the USC guy, so just let him.
Aguilar went there? Oh, my bad, Rick. I'm sorry, Rick. Rick, but them hands. That you got brick hands. The Cowboys skip, look. Why you over there bumping your guns and you laughing? The Cowboys have been just as inconsistent as the Eagles, okay? They just happen to have...
Not saying anything.
They got off to the better start. They started 3-0, and I think the Eagles started off 1-2, and then they had to go to Green Bay and win. They got to 2-2.
Thanst to Brett Favre.
No, Brett Favre was retired.
Turned into Brett Favre. That's what I'm saying. Aaron Rodgers turned into Brett Favre.
But I still believe that they'll win out. The Cowboys are going to lose 2 of these games. They're not beating the Bears, the Rams, the Eagles.
Chicago.
That's not going to happen, Skip. They're losing 2. We're going to win out, and you're going to come in here, and you're going to be all upset at me, and you're going to cut me off. You're not going to let me talk. You're going to say it's my turn. You're going to say I'm boring. You're going to say all that, and I ain't going to even care.
You're going to take the ball and throw it over the fence. Yeah. You're going to be all pouty and say, okay, I won't talk the rest of the show.
This is the question I got with the Cowboys, though. Has Jason Garrett lost the locker room? Because
Did Jason Garrett ever have the locker room? Might be a better question.
I don't know, but
I think the locker room just tunes them out.
Yeah.
It's just like noise in their ears. It's like buzz. Like a buzz in their ear.
Yeah. I wonder because when I was in Miami, Coach Sperano, rest in peace, lost the locker room. He got fired. Same thing happened in Detroit with Jim Schwartz our first year, and we had a good football team too with Calvin Johnson, Stafford. We were throwing the ball well, but we couldn't hold on to it.
Joik were like we set a record.
Yeah, we set records, and then we were turning the football over too much though. And so I just wonder, has Jason Garrett lost his locker room? Because I'm hearing reports of guys shouting and pointing fingers. And once that's happened, Sharp, once that happened, once you lose that locker room, there is nothing you can do.
And that only happens in a locker room where the coach has no control now.
Could be right. So the scariest words that I ever hear about this football team came out of your mouth to start this discussion. You said, this is the most talented team. Every time I hear that, I just cringe because it just doesn't play to its talent. I got it. I look at on paper and I'm like, ooh, wow, I got him. I got him.
Got a lot of great players.
This should work. This should work. I saw this team get hot, catch fire late last year or last 10 games, go 8-2. They couldn't stop making plays. Every time I turn around, they made another play that worked out. What's the one you like to talk about against the Eagles? At Jerry World, where Amari looked like the ball was intercepted, popped up in the air, and he snatched it and took it in the end zone.
Overtime last year.
Okay, that's what happens when you're hot. And this team is not hot, and it never got hot the whole year. So it's 6-6, and it, to your point, hadn't beaten one decent team because it hadn't beat one team with a winning record, except for quote-unquote Philadelphia, which is not a decent team. So Philly has made possible Dallas. And Philly made possible Dallas because Dallas beat Philadelphia back on October 20th at Jerry World. And the Cowboys, completely uncharacteristically early in that game, did two things they don't do the rest of the year. They forced 2 turnovers. They don't force turnovers. They're at the bottom of the barrel in forcing turnovers. They're dead last in intercepting passes. They've intercepted 4 all year. But that night at Jerry World, national TV, right out of the box, Wentz throws to Dallas Goedert, appropriately named Dallas at Dallas, and he gets dislodged from the football by Jalen Smith, and here we go. And we took it right in and cashed it.
7-0.
And then here we go, and Carson Wentz, they get the kickoff, and they're back at their 20-yard line, and he drops back, and DeMarcus Lawrence did something that actually looked like he was a $100 million player. He strip-sacked him. And it took 14 yards for them to score and go up 14-0, and that was pretty much the end of that ball game. I don't see that defense do that the rest of the year. So how can I trust it? So once again, Vegas says, you're a 3-point favorite going to the Bears. Thursday night, Fox, be there, watch it, because
they've been favored in a lot of games.
Well, they've been favored in every game except the one at New England.
Hey, guess what?
Okay, I'll be watching this game with one eye closed because I don't trust them.
Maybe you could do that.
Maybe
trying everything.
That might unjinx them.
It ain't gonna matter.
You know what? I'm going to try that. That's my new deal. I'm going to watch like this.
Khalil Mack.
Yeah.
Well,
Playing
he'll
in
be all
Chicago.
over that. Watch. Just watch.
I'm counting on it.
Okay? Well, you know he will be. So, but here's, pardon my language, this is the damnedest dynamic I have ever encountered in my history of covering pro football. The damnedest dynamic is Dallas can go lose to the Bears and can come home and lose to the Rams, and it just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because all they have to do, they have to go to Philly and win. And then they would have to come back home and beat the Redskins, and they would win the NFC East. And they would get a home playoff game. Thank you very much. And I think they're going to do that because the one game I do trust them in is at Philly. I just think they love to play against the Eagles. They kind of got the Eagles' number. I think they got Carson Wentz's number.
I think you could be right about that. Yeah.
Okay.
Carson Wentz going to show you don't have my number. He going to say, I changed my number. The number that you had is no longer in service. And I'm about to throw for 3 bills and 3 touchdowns and get up out of here with his dub.
He's going to change from number 11 to number 13. He's unlucky against
You're going to
Dallas.
find out. You're about to find out. He's going to show you why I'm the best quarterback of that draft.
Well, you know he's not.
I'm going to say that's what he's going to say.
Dak has proven once and for all he is the best quarterback in this division, and that will prevail in the end.
No, it won't.
So, again, Dallas is a product of Philadelphia, and they're going to win the division because Philly is even worse than they are. That's the bottom line to this division.
You're going to be sad.
Yeah. No, I'm not.
Yeah, you're going to be sad.
I can't be any sadder than I have been for 6 and 6. I'm worn out watching this team.
Wait until Friday.
Yeah.
Wait till Friday.
I don't care about Thursday night. I don't care. I swear, I don't care. They'll probably lose.
They're going to, ain't no problem.
It's hard to go in Chicago in December and
You got
win
that
football
right.
games.
You know that.
Oh, my God.
But Dallas is practicing outside.
Yeah,
but there's something a bit different about 60 degrees outside.
It's a little
10 degrees outside. That water coming off Lake Michigan.
Dak's wearing that glove on his right hand in 60-degree weather. So.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
At least he learned that
he learned a lesson,
better
huh?
wearing that glove in those conditions. It's a good sign.
He only threw for 200 yards.
Shannon, your team spit the bit at Miami.
We'll gain it back.
We gave you an early Christmas present on Thanksgiving, and you took it right down to Miami and dropped it right in the ocean.
Watch what we do.
Way to go.
Last 4 games.
Yeah.
4-0. division champs.
You should win 3 of them.
We're going to win 4 of them.
Got
What part
two Giants and Redskins. Way to go.
Y'all played them.
Yeah. You had past tense the easiest schedule to close in the NFL. Easiest to close at Miami.
Hold on. What did Miami do to the Patriots last year?
That was last year.
I got it.
Yeah.
That was Tom Brady. They did that to Tom Brady.
You've maintained such a positive approach to the Eagles. I'm really surprised.
My team can't lose for winning because they try to lose, but they keep winning thanks to your team.
But see, Skip, winning is a habit, so is losing. And your team has it.
Yeah. And to your point, let's do say hypothetically they lose to Bears and lose to Rams. Well, then they would have lost 5 of 6. They would be 6-8.